In the vast Mongolian steppe, where the sky stretches endlessly and the wind carries the whispers of ancient spirits, there lived a young man named Batu. He was a skilled horseman and herder like his ancestors before him, and his life was deeply connected to the land and the animals he cared for. Batu's people were nomads, moving with the seasons, guided by the rhythms of nature and the wisdom of the Tengri, the sky gods. Batu's family had a long tradition of living in harmony with the land. They never took more than what was necessary, believing that the steppe, though vast and bountiful, could be as fragile as a single blade of grass. Batu had learned from his father that the true wealth of the nomads wasn't in gold or silver, but in the health of their herds and the fertility of the land. One summer, an outsider named Kasar, a wealthy merchant from a distant city, visited Batu's camp. Kasar was amazed by the size and strength of Batu's herds of horses, sheep, and camels. He saw the endless plains and dreamed of exploiting the riches of the steppe for his own profit. Kasar approached Batu's father, offering to buy a large portion of their herd in exchange for gold and fine goods. With this wealth, Kasar said, you will never want for anything. You could build permanent homes, buy more animals, and expand your influence. Why roam the steppe when you could live in comfort? Batu's father, wise with age, declined the offer. The land provides for us, he said. We take only what we need, and in return the steppe continues to give. If we grow too greedy, we upset the balance and the land will no longer support us. Kasar was disappointed but undeterred. He noticed the young Batu, watching the exchange from a distance, and approached him. You are a young man with a bright future, Kasar said. Why should you follow the old ways when there is so much more to gain? Imagine the wealth you could have if you sold just a few more animals each year. You could live like a king. Batu, intrigued by the merchant's words, considered the offer. The idea of wealth and power was tempting, especially in a world where survival was often difficult. But something about Kasar's proposal didn't sit right with him. Batu loved the steppe, the freedom of riding his horse across the endless plains, and the bond he had with the animals he tended. He wasn't sure if he wanted to trade that life for one of comfort and wealth. The next day, Batu approached his father and shared his thoughts. Kasar says we could sell more animals and grow rich, Batu said. Why don't we take this opportunity to improve our lives? We could still live on the steppe, but with more wealth and power. His father listened patiently before replying. Batu, you are young and eager to find your place in the world, but there is more to life than wealth and power. The steppe provides us with everything we need, but only if we respect its balance. If we take more than we need, the land will suffer, and so will we. Tengri watch over us, but they demand that we live in harmony with the land. Wealth gained through greed will not last. Till unsure, Batu decided to visit his grandfather, a revered elder who lived alone in a remote yurt on the edge of the steppe. His grandfather was known for his deep connection to the Tengri and his understanding of the ancient ways. When Batu arrived, His grandfather welcomed him with a warm smile. After sharing a meal of simple but hearty food, Batu explained his dilemma. His grandfather listened silently, then led Batu outside to sit under the vast Mongolian sky, where the stars shimmered like 1,000 distant fires. "Batu," his grandfather said, "look at the stars. They have been watching over this land for thousands of years, just as the steppe has existed for generations before you and will exist for generations after. We are only temporary guests here, and our actions ripple through time. The steppe can sustain us, but only if we live in balance with it." He pointed to a patch of land where the grass grew tall and green. "That grass thrives because we move our herds, giving the land time to rest and renew itself. If we took more than we needed, grass would wither and the animals would starve. Wealth may seem like a gift, but if it comes at the cost of the land, it is a curse in disguise." Batu thought about his grandfather's words, and as the night deepened, he realized the wisdom in them. The steppe, with its vastness and beauty, was fragile. It depended on the careful stewardship of the people who lived upon it. If he and his family grew greedy, it would not only harm the land but also destroy the very way of life that had sustained their ancestors for centuries. The next morning, Batu returned to his camp with a renewed sense of purpose. He sought out Kasar, who was still trying to convince others to sell more of their herds. "I have made my decision," Batu said firmly. "We will not sell more than what we need. The wealth you offer is temporary, but the steppe is eternal. We live in balance with the land, and that is more valuable than any amount of gold." Kasar, frustrated, left the camp, knowing he could not sway the young man. Batu's family continued to live in harmony with the steppe, and as the years passed, the land remained fertile, their herds healthy, and their way of life intact. Batu grew into a wise leader, known for his deep respect for the land and his commitment to the ancient ways. He passed on the teachings of his father and grandfather to his own children, ensuring that the wisdom of living in balance with the steppe would continue for generations to come. Moral of the story: true wealth comes not from material gain but from living in harmony with nature. Greed may offer temporary rewards, but lasting prosperity is found in respecting the balance of the land and its gifts.